so you're 28, you have a six-figure job, you have a bunch of side hustles paying you $800 a month. What would you say to people, let's say, that want to be like you or aspire to be like you, but they think, oh, I can't get ahead because XYZ. Like there's a lot of, I guess, false narrative that you can't get ahead if there are certain barriers, whether they're real barriers or just mental barriers. And you're out here crushing life and making money. So what would you say to people that just think, oh, I can't do it, I'll never be able to succeed, I can't make six figures, I can't have side hustles? What's your message to those people?
I think my message is...
What's up, peeps? This is Todd, and welcome back to my show. I have an awesome episode for you because I have Gabby Ariza from Millennial Money on today, and this woman has like a bajillion side hustles. So welcome, Gabby.
Thanks, Todd. I love your channel. I'm actually a big fan.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a big fan of yours as well. I loved your Millennial Money episode. It was awesome meeting with you in Chicago as well when we met in person a few months ago. But I wanted to bring on Gabby because she has so many side hustles. At one point, she had like 2 or 3 jobs. She is in the process of buying her second rental property, and she utilizes like Turo for renting out her car. So could you just talk to the people a little bit about how you came to have so many side hustles and what that has meant for your income?
I didn't even choose like all these side hustles. They just kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm like, this might be good to do. And then I was like, oh, I really enjoy this side hustle. So, I'll hang on to this. And then I discovered another one, and it just kind of like grew from there. So for myself, I looked at all different types of side hustles, some that take a little amount of work and then others that may be more time consuming. And it just helps me balance like everything as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you have, because at one point, I know you work in like cybersecurity or something like tech, right? That's like your main job. But then you also, for a while, were working as like a bartender, and you worked at a library, and you had Turo going, you have a rental house. So like, how many things do you have going on at any one given time?
I have lost track of just everything that I've been doing, but I think it's probably because I enjoy like a lot of it. So yeah, I have my full-time job, which is in cybersecurity. And then I have my part-time job that I've been there for like 5 years now, which is at the library. And I just do IT support. I do it during the weekends, and it's just a lot of fun, and it also helps my career anyway. And then I have my other job that I actually started during the COVID pandemic because I was like, oh, I'm always at home, and I'm kind of tired of being at home. So what other job can I find that will get me out of the house? So that's where I found this like casino video gambling type of gig, and it's in the evening, so it works out with my schedule, and I actually really enjoyed it, and it actually has really good benefits too. So I'm like, oh, I might stay here for a while because everybody's chill and the job is chill. And then I'm also like a landlord, so I'm dealing with that, and I just am handling like renting out my garage plus renting out my first property. So that keeps me busy as well. And then let's see what other side hustles I have. Sometimes I'll do Uber Eats. I like to do Uber Eats because it just works with my schedule, and it's pretty easy to do. So I have that one. What other one do I have? Oh, I have my CompTIA influencer gig. So it's pretty much writing social media blogs and doing posts and joining their live video streams and getting paid for that, which is pretty sweet.
Wow. That is a crazy amount of side hustles. And I know if everything goes right, you'll be closing on your second property. We know you rent out the first one, and I know you're looking at getting this other one. And we were in that follow-up video about what it's like being a landlord during COVID. So that was awesome to see you again in that video. And then I know in the past you've also done Turo, but did you stop? There was a horror story where somebody put like diesel gas in your little compact car that was like not supposed to take diesel. Is that what made you stop Turo, or did you still do it a while after that?
No, so I do like Turo. And even after that incident, I think they did such a great job helping me out and getting everything covered so my vehicle could go back on the road. But I kind of stopped doing Turo just because with my casino job, bartending job, I had to drive and use the car more often. So I was like, well, it's kind of hard for me to be able to rent it out and still go to my other job. So the other thing that I was actually doing was Avail, which is a new platform. It's actually going to, I think there's about like 10 airports that use it now, but it's like growing. They just opened up in LA last month. And pretty much what you do is if you're flying somewhere, you can leave the car with them and they will provide you with free parking, free shuttle service, and then free car washes inside and out. And then they'll rent out the car for you. So while you're on vacation or you're on a business trip, which I was always on a business trip, I was able to make money on the side that way. And I really didn't have to do much. It was just like, okay, Avail handles everything versus Turo, like I need to communicate with the customer and all that. So Avail just makes it like much easier. And now they have this other option where if you want to leave it long term, like if you want to leave it over 30 days, you get a guaranteed amount in earnings and then it just takes care of it itself. So I think I might go ahead and do that later on once I'm more established and once I've moved.
That is awesome. So instead of you paying for parking when you're on vacation, you have your car making money for you while you're traveling.
Exactly. So I was like, this is such a like win-win situation because before I wasn't really able to rent it out when I was traveling like every month because if somebody needed to turn in the keys or anything like that, like I'd have to be there, but this is just such a game changer to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is wild. Now, okay, now if I may ask, are you comfortable sharing like rough numbers of how much you make between all of your income sources? You don't have to give the exact number, but if you had to like guesstimate, what do you think you bring in a year with all your like 10 different sources of income that you have?
Gosh, I haven't even really thought about it because it changes from time to time, right? So
Mhm.
I can tell you that I know like if I do 10 hours of Uber Eats, I can easily make like $300, $400. If I work at the casino job, like I think 15 or 20 hours because we get tips, I can easily make like $400, $500 right there. Um, with Turo, I can make $60 a day with my Subaru, so it really depends on like the type of car that you have.
Mhm.
And then my library job, I mean, I make $20 an hour there, so I'm roughly making about $800 a month. So it's like all these little things combined, and it just adds up a lot.
Yeah.
And some things just don't take a lot of time, and then others they do, but it's kind of worth it. Like the library job, it's just worth it for me to go into the library and do the IT support.
Right. No, absolutely. So, and I think something that's important to share with people, just in case you haven't seen Gabby's Millennial Money, she already has a really good job that pays her six figures, and then she's found other side hustles that pay, as you just said, $800 a month just in extra. Not to mention, you're about to have your second property that you're going to be renting out. So then, what would you say? I mean, so you're killing it. By the way, you're in tech, you're making six figures, you have all these side hustles, and you're young. Aren't you only like you're only like 25, right?
I'm actually 28. I
28.
think we're the
Okay.
same age, right?
That's right. We are the same age. Well, 28 is still incredibly young. So, I mean, I'm young too. I just, for some reason, I thought I was older than you, probably because I'm wiser. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But so you're 28. You have a six-figure job. You have a bunch of side hustles paying you $800 a month. What would you say to people, let's say, that want to be like you or aspire to be like you, but they think, oh, I can't get ahead because XYZ. Like there's a lot of, I guess, false narrative that you can't get ahead if there are certain barriers, whether they're real barriers or just mental barriers. and you're out here crushing life and making money. So what would you say to people that just think, oh, I can't do it. I'll never be able to succeed. I can't make six figures. I can't have side hustles. What's your message to those people?
I think my message is, I started making $20,000 a year 7 years ago, and I was still trying to figure out like what I was going to do with my money. And you really want to plan, and you want to find side hustles, because I understand that sometimes it is an income issue, but you can fix that. And some people may be like, well, I don't want to spend my weekends working or all my free time working. Like, I want to have a life. And there are some side hustles that may take longer to earn more income, but they become passive. Like, for example, my renting out my garage. I literally have to do nothing to it, and I'm just generating income every month from it. And so if you look at that situation, you can find other side hustles that you may not have to dedicate weekends to, but maybe you just need more capital. So definitely saving is something important, especially focusing on the goals that you want to accomplish with what kind of side hustles you want, especially the passive ones. And then the next thing is, I just started making six figures like a year and a half ago. Before then, I was making under. And the way I just saw things was, I don't want to spend my money on things that are just not going to bring me any value. I see a lot of people out here, spending money on maybe like electronics or shoes and stuff like that. And I personally love fashion, and I love Gucci bags and stuff. But at the same time, I do have that mindset where I'm like, where can I invest? And in the long term, like, maybe I can buy 10 Gucci bags or something. But right. That's kind of like the idea you want to have. First, grow that passive income and grow those side hustles so you can live the life that you really want to live.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, and I remember seeing you not only on Millennial Money, but also just on like CNBC talking about your stock investing and your stock portfolio. So CNBC really likes you because they've had you back for a couple of interviews. You're out here inspiring people. You're doing a great job, and you're killing it. And I am a big fan of you. So, thank you so much for coming on. I think this was really helpful to a lot of people that are watching. If you have any last minute piece of advice for the good people of YouTube, any like last thoughts, what would that be if you have any?
Yeah, so I know I said quite a few side hustles, but there's like so many more out there. So definitely look at, you can actually do dog hacking. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, Todd.
Dog hacking?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
So, my friend, shout out to Heather, because she just told me about this the other day. So you pretty much take care of rescue animals who they don't have the space to keep, and then you just take care of them until they get adopted, and you actually get paid for taking care of them, and you get all the money for the supplies and everything. So it's just another way to be able to have like animal companions. And it's also a side hustle. So that's an idea. I mean, there's so many ideas out there. Be able to rent out like even like tools. I've rented out my lawnmower to the neighbors, and it's something easy to do. So really think creatively when it comes to side hustles, and it will get you far, honestly. So a lot of creative things out there.
Well, dog hacking, I mean, there are so many people who want a dog, but they don't want to pay the $1,500 for the shots or, whatever it is. And it sounds like you could get a dog and not have to pay anything and also get paid to cuddle with your dog. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, look out there. There's so many choices, so many side hustles. I mean, Todd, you do one yourself, the secret shopping. That's a great one too.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely, have a positive outlook when it comes to side hustling. It doesn't have to take all the time away from you.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Gabby, for coming on. I will be linking Gabby's Instagram in the description of this video, so go follow her there. And I will see you soon, Gabby. Thanks again.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it.